My name is Josephine Santiago-Bond. I work at NASA Kennedy Space Center, and this is my story. I'm a systems engineer, and the simplest way I can describe a systems engineer's job is we solve technical problems. I work on the Resolve payload project. It's a lunar mission that is set to launch in 2017. I think I always secretly wanted to become an engineer. When I was in grade school, my mom took home some indicators and I played with acids and bases. I loved the color combinations that I got from playing with that kit, but it created a really vivid memory that I think really influenced me to get into sciences. I'm the youngest in a family of doctors. People think I exaggerate when I say that I'm the underachiever in my family. Everyone's got a PhD, an MD, or a DVM attached to their name, and I'm the lowly engineer. Of course, no one thinks that being an engineer is anything to sneeze at. In fact, my family is really proud of me, but that's how they've influenced me to get into the sciences. I had the rare opportunity to be accepted at the Philippine Science High School as a scholar. So I left my hometown at the age of 12 and lived and studied in the city. It was really challenging to be away from my family, and I felt like I had to grow up fast. It was the first time that I had lived away from home for an extended time, and the first time that I went to school with boys. I felt like I had to work extra hard. The curriculum was highly enriched with math and science, and it could not have better prepared me for real life. And now that I am an engineer, I'm glad it turned out to be a good career choice for me. A series of family decisions led me to live in South Dakota. My sister and my brother-in-law had recently been accepted as graduate students over at South Dakota State University, and their firstborn son, his visa didn't come on time, which meant they had to leave him in the Philippines. And by coincidence, I was heading back to the US, so I decided to volunteer and take my nephew with me and drop him off at South Dakota. Then I ran into this company called Daktronics, and it looked promising. It turned out to be a really good workplace, and that's where I took my first job as an engineer. I was in the sport product engineering division, where I designed different kinds of scoreboards. The first time I worked here at Kennedy Space Center, I was not employed by NASA. I was sent by South Dakota State University, where I'd been working part-time as a research assistant. It was kind of serendipitous because South Dakota State University is 1,700 miles away from Kennedy Space Center, and we didn't have a co-op program set up with that university. It just so happened that the project that I was working on was dealing with hazardous gases that the university didn't have a facility for, and that Kennedy Space Center had one that could accommodate me. What was supposed to be a one-time summer job quickly became permanent, because when I came here, I fell in love with the surroundings at KSC, the passion of the people that I work with, and also the uniqueness of the mission of this agency. There have been 2 lunar projects that I've worked on in my career. The first one being LADEE from over at Ames Research Center, where I spent a year, and Resolve, which is currently my project. LADEE is a lunar orbiter, so its mission is to go around the moon for 100 days and take measurements of lunar dust and just the lunar environment. Resolve, on the other hand, is a payload that has a rover and a drill and is going to the surface of the moon for about 7 days to look for ice and other volatiles. If the ultrasound is correct, I can see a baby boy in the future. I'm pretty sure that the new addition to our family will introduce a lot of challenges, both for us at home and here at work. I'm pretty sure that my work-life balance will be off-center for a few months or maybe a few years, but I know that it can be done. We have a lot of successful women here at NASA who have proven it many times over. In fact, some of them are my mentors, and some of them are people that I look up to as role models.